Alright guys, we are going to be reviewing metals, nonmetals, and metalloids. You should have your Cornell notes that look like this, and let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this is a picture of what your metals, nonmetals, and metalloids would look like. So your nonmetals are the ones that are mostly on the right. They're that orangish looking color. But also note that, look, hydrogen is not with the rest of the nonmetals. That has to do with its valence electrons, because the periodic table is not only organized by its atomic number in order going left to right in the periods, but it's also organized by its valence electrons, which determine its reactivity. So that's why hydrogen is on the left. That's one that you're going to have to remember. Your metals are the green ones. They're mostly on your left. And then this section that's pulled away. And then your metalloids are the blue ones along the staircase here. And if you notice, the staircase touches your metalloids except aluminum and polonium. Those are both still considered metals. Okay, you want to make sure that you're filling in your blanks. Pay attention to your blanks. I'm just going to mark what you should be putting in your blanks, and so you need to read and follow along and make sure you have everything filled in by the time you're done. And let's get going. All right, so we are now describing our metals. So the first thing is metals are solids. Okay, you know, you have solid, liquid, and gas. So a solid is something that you can touch, hold on to, it's formed. Okay, so metals are solids except mercury. That atomic symbol is Hg, I believe. Metals are also hard. Examples are lithium, potassium, and sodium, and that's written in your Cornell notes. Those are around group 1 on your periodic table. Next, we need to note that your metals have a shiny luster. They're shiny luster. Luster refers to the way an object surface reflects light. So think about aluminum. It's shiny. Okay, gold, silver, those things are shiny like this object here. Next, metals are the best conductors of heat. They are able to transfer heat easily. So think about when you go to a barbecue or family get together, your aunts and uncles, you know, mom, dad, whomever's cooking, they usually get those big aluminum pans and then they cover them in aluminum foil. That's because the metal allows heat to move more freely to keep your food warmer. So it's like if you put a metal spoon inside of a good cup of hot cocoa, if you leave it there and it's still hot, the heat will transfer through the spoon and it'll make it hot to the touch. Metals are also good conductors of electricity. So you've got copper, silver, gold. They're very good electrical conductors, as you can see down here in this picture when you make a little electrical current setup. Metals are also very malleable. Malleable means that you can bend or shape the metal by hammering or pressure. So aluminum is a metal. I keep referring to it because it's one that you get asked a lot in STAR test questions about what its metallic character is. So aluminum is very malleable. You can bend it and form it. Lastly, your metals are ductile, and ductile or ductility means that it can be drawn into a wire. All right, let's go to our next description. We're talking about the nonmetals. Now, don't trust everything that you get off Google, okay? Look at this picture here. Now, I told you from the beginning that most of your nonmetals are on the right side except for hydrogen, which will be right here. I could get it drawn. There we go. That's hydrogen. Okay, it is a non-metal, so you got to be very, very careful about which pictures and stuff you look at, because not everything you get off the internet is completely true. All right, first blank for our non-metals. Non-metals have a dull luster. They are not shiny. So an example would be phosphorus. Unlike your metals, non-metals are insulators. They do not conduct heat or electricity very well. Basically, they allow heat to escape. Nonmetals are soft except for diamonds, and they're brittle. And a lot of times when people refer to nonmetals, they think gases. Because group 18, which is on the right side, those are made of mostly gases, but not all of them are gases. Some of them are in solid form. They're just not hard like your metals are. All right, then we have our metalloids, which is our last little section here. These are some examples of metalloids, except for selenium. Selenium is not a metalloid. Remember, don't trust everything that you see on Google. Selenium does not touch the staircase. Elements that are classified as metalloids have both physical properties of both metals and nonmetals. Basically, they're a little bit of both. Some are shiny, some are dull, some are malleable and ductile, some can conduct heat and electricity at a lesser level than metals. So they're just in between. That's why you find them along that staircase, right in between your metals and nonmetals. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Make sure that you filled in all of this information, and down here at the bottom you are responsible for that summary. So I will be checking to make sure that you have a characteristic of each of the types of metals written below. So you would just tell me one description of your metals, nonmetals, and metalloids. Ta-ta!